Welcome to ASG Radio. I'm your host June. I got a special guest in the house today, but first, my co-host.
It's your boy Foster Child Team U ASG. We got a special guest. We're gonna get into it.
What up? You already know.
Nims.
I'm the new age Nems, aka white girls in Indiana, kept thinking I was Mac Miller.
Oh, the reincarnation.
Right, like 5 different girls. It was weird as shit.
You had it going on at the barn?
Yeah, but
at the barn,
At the barn, bro. But fuck all that, cause we got the fucking man of the hour.
Yeah, man.
Two great battles in one weekend. Danja Zone himself in there.
What's going on, Danger?
What's happening? What's happening, man? We working, man. What's up with y'all?
No, you working, man.
Right.
Like a Jamaican. You do the Jamaican. No, that's Will with the Jamaican, but
yeah, that's a fact.
You imitated the Jamaican before, during the Will battle.
I used to bring the Russian out, you know what I'm saying? They forgot about the Russian though. Only fans from like some years back remember the Russian, you know what I mean?
That was on the BET joint.
Yeah,
Will.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay.
I'm a big Will fan. I was worried that battle, man. That was close as hell. That was close.
It was definitely a real close situation, man. Dope battle.
Let me ask you something. Was that before? Did that happen before you battled Born on Guerrilla Warfare?
Yeah, I battled. I did the BET UFF season 1 with Ill Will first, and actually Cartel, because that battle was actually with Cartel. It wasn't with Guerrilla Warfare.
I'm sorry, Cartel.
Yeah. Respect. I did that. I think that was the first battle I did right after the BET situation, the one with me versus Born.
That was a scary Danja Zone.
Two rounder.
Two-round battle, yeah, man. I don't know what got into me for that battle. I have no idea what type of time, or maybe because I lost on the BET shit, or I don't know what it was, man. But yeah, that was a crazy battle, man. Me and Born, crazy. Yeah, I was getting very crazy in that battle.
Man. The Mac Miller 2-gun.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was crazy.
I'm taking it back. Yeah, a lot of fans probably don't even know, you know what I mean? They don't know 2013 Danja, you know what I mean?
That was crazy.
Facts.
So you battled this past weekend on RBE.
Facts. Lift Your Soul Reloaded
versus Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that go?
Dope. Very close battle. Excel got very crazy in that battle. I was able to get very crazy in that battle. A lot of what I'm hearing is Danja Zone 2-1 in a close battle. But dope. It was dope. Yeah,
I think what's his name? Three-letter man said you won 2-1.
Dope.
When he did his so I actually just watched to see what he says because I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm gonna order the VOD. But Foster, did you see the battle?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that battle. I mean the one I can't remember who actually said it, but I think they had XL 2-1. But that battle was kind of like, I mean, he was on his shit. He was definitely on his shit. But it was definitely a either way. I couldn't really call it one way or another. So it was what people expected though, as far as Bar Fest. I was a little. I mean, I don't know. I was a little concerned about. He just
battled.
Yeah, but I mean, Danja usually pretty good about it.
He battles again. Tell him you battle again.
Yo, I got so many bookings, man.
Danja Zone is back.
Yeah, I'm putting the work in. I'm trying to keep the quality at a very high level. I'm stepping up to the challenge, stepping up to the plate, man. They see me battle one week, they like, oh, he emptied the clip. So he can't, there's no way he could bounce back by the following weekend and get crazy again.
Right.
He was crazy.
Gotta prove him wrong, man. Gotta prove him wrong.
If people follow like that, especially that one run you went on when you was Battle of the Year, I mean, it was kind of the same. It's been a while since we seen that, but I mean, you've been kind of built for shit like that, so it don't really.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And the funny thing is the common denominator between that year and recently for me is I wasn't working a regular 9 to 5 type of job. You know what I mean? The time in between that, I was working a job and like working overtime every week and coming home and writing, trying to prepare for battles.
Right.
But 2015 and me as of recently, I'm not working a traditional punch a clock type of job. So I'm able to get a lot of my time back and I can keep my pen moving and really focus on what I'm doing and not, you see what I'm saying?
Makes
So
a
that's
difference.
why it's a clear difference that you're seeing. You're just not knowing why. It probably just looks like, oh, Danger was asleep, then he woke up, on a different type of time. But really, I'm kind of just revealing it here with you guys that that's one of the major reasons you see a clear difference in those times we were talking about versus, you know what I mean, the other times. You know what I mean?
Right. And you're coming off a nice little URL stint when you had the chaos and over it.
Yeah, even threw a no battle in there.
Yeah, how did you feel leaving? I mean, I'm not saying I have no idea what your situation is like, but do you feel like that was a nice little run? What is your overall evaluation of your little stint? Who else besides Chaos and Red was it? I don't even remember.
I did a Don Marino battle over there as well earlier this year. So that was like 3 back-to-back. And also for people who may know or may not know, I had a 4th battle set up on Caffeine. It was Smack Saturdays. It was me versus Prez Mafia. Same card, Quest McCody versus None, Prep versus Drugs, Murder versus NXT. That was the same card.
It was on that same card.
That was in Cali, right?
Yeah, we was out LA.
I remember.
Prez Mafia just didn't show up. So that was actually out. That was really 4 back-to-back that I was supposed to be a part of. But yeah, Prez Mafia didn't show up for that 4th one. For my Caffeine debut, actually.
They actually had you flip the coin or something. You were there.
I flipped a coin for Prep versus Drugs because they both from where I'm from,
right?
From my area. So they let me go ahead and flip the coin, just for what that was. You know what I'm saying?
And I did have one specific question. I know when people think of the DMV movement, they definitely, I feel like it's in the present day, they consider the Goonie drug twerk. Do you feel like with you and Ty Law and even like a Murder back in the day, do you feel like that gets overlooked when people talk about the DMV and things of that nature?
Honestly, I don't give it a whole lot of attention, but how I feel about that is, man, facts are facts. You know what I'm saying? I was the first one on URL from my area. You know what I'm saying? Not including Tay-Rock, of course. He's from Maryland, but he's from farther north of Baltimore. So if anybody knows anything about the DMV section, Baltimore is actually not even included in what we call the DMV, even though it is Maryland.
And neither is Richmond, right? Is Richmond?
No.
Right, that Richmond is kind of down the line. That's like 2-hour drive away. You know what I'm saying? It's more the DMV to us here in the DMV is usually Southern Maryland, DC, and Northern Virginia. So a lot of the guys that's like from Norfolk, you never hear like Av or Big K say anything about a DMV because they're not part of Northern Virginia. You see what I'm saying? So saying all that is to say, it's a fact that I was the first one really on all the major platforms for my area, URL included. You see what I'm saying? So I made a way, in one way or another, I was involved in a lot of people's early on in their career, from Prep, who was a part of an MBK movement that I started, my brother's keeper that we were doing. Drugs was a part of a lot of stuff early on in his career that I had influence over. Queens Flip came to DC, you know what I mean? And we put together something that was supposed to be related to URL and whoever did good in that. But so in one way or another, anybody from this area, or at least most, I had something to do with their career, whether they know it, like it or not. You know what I mean? So I know what's what. If people give props and, they give me that respect when they see me, salute. If they don't, it's still a fact. So I'm not mad at you. You could, you know what I mean? But shout out to the Goonies because they had a whole movement within the DMV, even though some of their members are not even from the DMV. really Twerk was the kind of driving force behind that. He's from Jersey, even though he lives in Virginia. You know what I mean? That even that in itself is kind of like because their front guy is actually from Jersey.
He's from Jersey. Trenton.
But I mean, I still respect and salute what the movement they was that they put forward in the game. After myself, Ty Law, like you said, a lot of other guys that was involved. Shout out Henny Man as well for coming out with the Do or Die Battle League. Salute to him.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, I guess, when it comes to DMV and the beginnings and the movement. That's how I feel.
It's dope, man. It's dope.
Facts.
You were a part of Writer's Block, man.
Right.
That was a scary time in battle rap too. Like
crazy, man. Crazy.
Chilla, Danny, B Magic, JC.
The list goes on, man.
I could go on, but
yeah, Daylight 40
enough.
bars. You hear me? Yeah, that's a fact, man.
Everybody, I feel like they all still active. I feel like
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody's still active.
Yeah, pretty much. Absolutely, man. I ain't gonna lie. I still carry the name every battle. Like I'll still mention Writer's Block in some way.
Big Cannon. I'm sorry, Big
Cannon. Definitely. You definitely can't forget Big Cannon.
Can't forget Big
Yeah,
Cannon.
even in my battle as recent as my RBE battle with XL, I mentioned, because actually RBE had a whole event that was Team Hami versus Writer's Block. You know what I mean? So I mentioned.
Sure.
I still mention, Writer's Block within my material with XL. And even B Magic Battle O Red, same event. I went on stage, I was standing behind B Magic, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I still carry it, even though, what happened with Writer's Block, I still carry it, you know what I mean, to this day, actually.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Dangerous crew, man.
Facts. Appreciate it, man.
Oops was there.
Definitely.
The crew gets better and better.
Yeah, Chef Prez was a part of Writer's Block before he was
Prez. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a fact, man. Rum Nitty, stop playing. Rum Nitty.
Because he wasn't on the. He was one of the people that didn't end up on the card or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, Rum Nitty before he was Team Hami. He was Team Hami, he was right.
Oh yeah, he ended up being. That's right.
That's a fact, man.
So you way back when you battled Daylight. This was early Daylight. How did that battle come about? Because you battled him twice, right?
That's a fact. The first time he came to Baltimore City,
Pit Fights or whatever.
Pit Fights Battle League. Shout out Pit Fights Battle League. He was booked to battle at Pit Fights. He was booked to battle another guy at that was a part of Pit Fights Battle League. That guy ended up no-showing, which is insane to me. How the hell you gonna no-show?
Now it's crazier, but I don't know how big. Was he big back?
Daylight was still a name compared to the guy he was supposed to battle. You see what I'm saying? I think, matter of fact, Daylight had already made a King of the Dot appearance already. I think he was I think he had battled Philly Swain or something like that. Or it was around that time, maybe, I think. But the memory gets fuzzy because that was a long time ago. But I know Daylight at least still had a name. You see what I'm saying? Compared to a no name coming out of Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? So it was still supposed to be worth his while. But that's why I'm not even bothering to say dude's name, because I know his name, but he just
I was gonna say, because I'm like, what the fuck was it?
I don't like when people piss away opportunities. People spent money to get Daylight there. They booked him. They booked his flight. They paying him, get his hotel, and you
before people was
take it upon yourself to not show up. That was another guy I tried to put on actually with MBK. He was a part of us for a time, but then he was doing stuff like that, and it got pissed away. But back to the topic at hand. My bad, y'all. He was supposed to do that. I was there as a fan. I mean, I was still myself, but I was there because I wasn't battling on the card that day. But I was there showing love at a Pit Fights event, anxious to see the battles. Daylight being one of them, and so the league owner kind of was in a panic a little bit because he spent money for this guy and his opponent isn't showing up. So I'm sitting there. I had to take a deep breath. I'm like, So I go up to the league owner. I'm like, all right, bro, you got this guy here. I will go on stage and I'll battle him for a round if need be. I think he might have actually approached me, actually, the league owner, and we were just talking. A couple of people volunteered to do it, but I think by that time I had already had a proving ground on URL, so I was like technically the biggest name in that room.
Yeah.
So the league owner was kind of weighing it like Danja Zone versus Daylight right here would be the best possible look we could do for what we got to work with. So they gave me we talked about it. I said I'll do it. They gave me about 15, 20 minutes to get myself together. I took my 15, 20 minutes and we got up there and ended up having a crazy one-rounder. And that's how that first time came about. We wasn't even scheduled to battle that day. That was a one-rounder on the spot.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I had a little stumble in there, understandably so, but I think I still got crazy, like with the mixing with the freestyles, mixed with like some bars that I just had on top. You know what I'm saying? I think it still was a dope product or outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what, man? Y'all gotta forgive me, man. We never mentioned Chilla.
Do we
Shout
not?
out to Chillin Jones.
We did not mention Chilla in that.
Angel might have.
Somebody said Chilla.
Yeah,
oh, okay. I'm about to say, man.
Yeah. That's
Shout out to Chilla, definitely, man. 2020 champion of the year. But yeah, me and Daylight got set up the right way the second time on King of the Dot. We main event out in LA. Chilla Jones and Disaster was also a main event that day.
Yeah. That was 2 rounds too, wasn't that 2 rounds?
No, that was 3 rounds. I battled Daylight 3 rounds.
I'm talking about Chilla and Diz. I feel like was a weird.
Yeah. I think they might have actually been like 2 rounds. I think.
Or 1 round. I don't know. I never understood.
It was at least 2. I think they might have fucked around and been a 2-rounder, maybe. I think.
Yeah, I feel like it was something weird, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it was 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I know this is late, man, but I gotta ask you, Danger.
What's up?
What the fuck was you on when you battled Latazay?
Somebody asked me about that recently too, man. I tell people every time, before Latazay battled me, he was he called himself the Jersey Juggernaut, and he was really that. You know what I mean?
He was scary.
Yeah, when I saw Latazay get on stage, he would get on there and fuck shit up. Him versus Tone Montana on URL. He got very crazy with Tone Montana.
Very.
It was a few I think it was him and Saya Boy, I want to say, on URL. They was like on the roof.
That was on the roof.
That was a crazy one. The list really goes on in Latazay's career. If you follow Latazay, a lot of times when he got in there and just fucked shit up, he might have been the first person to really fuck John up early in his career on Grind Time.
Early, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man. So actually going into that battle, when it got set up, I was the underdog going into that battle. Most people had Latazay winning that matchup in their predictions. I was paying attention, and niggas was like, "Yo, Danger nice, but he's not Latazay nice." That one comment I would never forget. That was literally a comment I read, and it stuck with me. They was like, "Yo, Danger nice, but he not Latazay nice," and that one thing stuck in my head. And I was like, you know what? That's the one right there. They don't even. I was like, whoever. I forgot who comment that was. But I was like, whoever just made that comment, they don't even know what they just did. So I put that pin to work, and even when I was finished all 3 rounds, I thought they was crazy. It was a crazy 3 rounds that I was proud of. But I thought the outcome was going to be that me and Latazay had a war. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with this. We about to have a crazy war. You know what I mean? Probably debatable. Go anyway. All I know is I'm not getting my ass kicked. I'm not getting killed. This gonna be like a war for real. You know what I'm saying? That's what I envisioned the outcome being. I got in there, man. I did not know it was gonna go like that, bro. That was insane. I even quick behind the scenes story, real quick. I sparred with Born. Born was on the card battling XL, I believe.
Yeah.
We were sparring on the phone. I spit my round, he spit his round. He was like, yo, your round's kind of crazy. I spit my second round, he didn't even want to rap no more. He hung up the phone to me.
Wow.
We got crazy that night. Adi Boom was on that card. Dot was on that card. I was there.
Facts.
You was there, Foster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This was
Foster
before. No, that car was. It was in a
That car
whole.
was insane.
Remember that was in a hotel.
Yeah, that was originally where Rex versus Danny Myers was supposed to go down.
Absolutely.
People don't know that, like, or they might have forgot. Like, that was the card. That was the Danny Myers versus T-Rex card.
Yep.
I
remember.
And it ended up later happening on URL or whatever with the reschedules and what have you. But crazy, man.
Let me ask you something, Danger. Like, so we talked about 2013, right?
Fact.
And some of the battles. What's the biggest difference between battling now and then, as far as writing and preparing, and the opponent? What's the biggest difference?
The game has evolved, man. The more, like, so even before 2013, and the more you go into the future, like, battle rap used to be more lyrically based. Like, it used to be like, who's the best rapper, who's the best lyrically. As time has gone on, being the best lyrically kind of has moved a little bit to the back seat.
Right.
It's more now, how good of a performer or entertainer are you? As time has moved on, it's been becoming more and more and more, because battle rap has grown and grown to this industry that it is now, and it's still growing. You got Drake getting involved, you got all these people getting involved, so they want to be entertained. Everybody's not ear doesn't have to the intricate. They don't hear all that. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be entertained. So if we're talking about outside of the core battle rap fan base, because now it's getting so big. Even I've literally been in public somewhere, and we've been talking, and they'll be like, "Yo, oh, you battle rap?" I was like, "Yeah, I battle rap," and they'll say, "What you mean, like wilding out?" And I'll be like, So some people think that's what battle rap is, that wild style thing.
That's crazy.
It's Hitman Holla and Chuck Clips have fans that have never watched any of their URL battles.
That's crazy.
That's true. I had a Charlie Clips battle on, and this chick that was here, like, we had a little party get together, whatever, and she saw Charlie Clips, and she was like, "Is that the dude from Wildin' Out?" And
yeah, they don't even know about that Lions Den, Smack, URL stuff.
No.
So it's just crazy industry, but. Yeah, I think as the game evolves, people look for more and more, the authenticity. I will salute that aspect of the game. You got the guys, these Crips and Bloods coming in the game. These guys who are coming off 10-year bids and being so that's bringing a lot of the authenticity into battle rap. So whereas they try to weed people out,
I guess it's authenticity. I don't know. It's kind of a show to me.
It's something.
Maybe, you know what I mean. So it's a lot of things that's changing, because, and those two things I just mentioned will probably be the biggest aspects, in my opinion, of what's changing, what's considered cool, what's not, what the fans are checking for. You know what I mean? I just think it's changed over the years. If you're a performer, bow, run, do a dance move, choreography, boom, boom, make the crowd go crazy. And your opponent do some old it's like it'll sound good, but it won't erupt the crowd like a bow, spin move, special move. So I don't know, bro.
That's the epitome of what twerking Loso was, right there.
That is exactly what that was, and it proved the point right there.
Like Loso,
you don't let the fans tell it. Yeah. From what I saw online. If you let the fans tell it, Loso got smoked.
Right.
Even though in reality that's not the case.
Right.
That's the perception. So it's like that's what it is now. So
the rough, thing is, though, as battle rap like expands, it kind of follows the same route of hip hop in a microcosm way, in the fact that, of course, the entertainers are going to reach the most common denominator people, the way the more poppy hip hop acts do, but you're seeing these pockets where niche battlers who don't fit that entertainer mold can still get over, you know what I'm saying? So
and Butcher, Bang the Butcher,
facts, man.
It's interesting to just watch where it's going and see how it evolves, for sure.
So despite that, you feel like there's still a lane for you to get busy and still be appreciated?
There's been a few times within my career that I felt people try to write me off, even to this day still. Before this little nice weekend I just had and before certain things, people tend to try to write me off. I take partial accountability in that, but I am fortunate because I am still here and I am fortunate enough to still be able to make noise and have a fan base that still rocks with me and my type, people with my type of style. So I think that there definitely is still a lane for me and people like me.
100.
Fortunately, so we still here. You got the JCs, they're still around. The lyrical guy, like this, they're still here. You know what I'm saying? We just have to fight with the extremely entertaining guys with the choreography and the moves, the special moves and everything. But we still here, man. We are still here. Yeah, I feel like it's still a lane, man. They try to write us off, but we gonna keep fighting. Like I said, Chilla Jones just had 2020 Champion of the Year last year. So these things show that we still here. We still fighting the good fight.
I thought your performance was very entertaining in both these battles this weekend. Like you were very animated and really entertaining.
And I'm one of those guys, low key. I am low key a hybrid. I might be a little more rapper than performance, but that's not for people to not acknowledge that I have performance. Right. I have a personality on stage. You know what I'm saying? So, and I most definitely tried to apply that with not only the King of the Dot season 1 thing, where clearly 100,000 on the line, clearly these battles are judged. So I'm gonna come and put my best foot forward. RBE, ARP also, I got on that stage. Yes, I'm trying to apply all of that now, and I'm making a real effort to do so. So yeah, I definitely added. I definitely was very charismatic. I definitely did that, and I want people to notice and acknowledge that I'm not just a pen guy who just sits on stage and just be boring with well-written material. Like, that's the first mistake anyone could make in battling me, thinking that they're about to battle a guy that just gets up there and he's just gonna rap good, and that's it. They already lost before the battle even started because they already going with the wrong mindset.
Exactly. So go ahead. I was just gonna say we might as well segue that into the elephant in the room: the fact that Danger now sits atop the Eastern Division.
For sure.
In season 1, the King of the Dot.
To be honest,
this weekend.
Yeah, man, that was super dope. I'm very happy. I feel a little way about the Family Man Hayes' judgment and his explanation for his judgment. But outside of that, I'm still going to be appreciative about how the battle turned out, how the judgment turned out, and how many points I was able to get to put me at the top of the East Division. I wasn't sure. I mean, I never doubt myself as far as my talent, but when things actually happen in real life and come into fruition the way you planned it,
right,
it's still a shock. It's not like a boring, like, oh, okay, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. It's still be like, damn, I actually did that shit. Wow. Like,
man, hold on. What did Sire Boy say, man?
Yeah, I missed that his judgment.
Okay, so he was like the last judge, and here's how he came off. Right here's Family Man Hayes Sire Boy. He comes on there, and if anybody who ever is really familiar with Sire Boy, how he is, period, as a battler, he comes off kind of cocky. He's kind of like one of those kind of guys. But anyway, so he's judging, and the way he's judging is almost like he's judging it like he's a rapper, and this has something to do with him. Really, in my opinion, I felt like he should have judged it with a judge hat, not really so much as I'm a battler 2 hat per se. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he's explaining his judgment, and he's like, okay, they go into the first round. Man, I didn't really like either one of their first rounds, man. They both did all right, I guess. But, they were okay, whatever. I guess I give the first round to such and such. Okay, so the second round, they both turned it up. Okay, I like this. I really didn't like that. In the third round, it was like, I think Danja Zone started off strong, then it got kind of City Towers, his third was, I don't even really know who won, but I guess if I gotta give it to somebody, I give it to City Towers. That was Cyrus
Wow.
and how he explained his.
It was like he was trying to.
That's not that far off. It's not.
Was he trying to set up a future bet? It sounded like he was just trying to like.
I don't. And the funny thing is, when he was on the fence about who's gonna get, I feel no funny shit. I feel like he said City Towers just to give City Towers that vote because all the other judges gave it to me. So he was like, I guess I'm gonna give it to City Towers, which in all actuality messed up my score a little bit because my score could have been higher. But whatever, it is what it is. It's fine. But I just the way his judgment and the energy with his judgment was kind of weird to me, man. It was kind of weird, bro. I don't know. And the thing with King of the Dot, if you have judges that, so we can't, as battlers, we can't handpick our judges. However, we can tell King of the Dot, yo, for my battle, I don't want this judge. Here's why. And that will be strongly considered, and King of the Dot will make it a point to not have that judge your battle. They'll pick somebody else to judge your battle. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm kind of thinking with the Sire Boy thing, kind of how he judged it. Not because he gave it to City Towers. It was really the energy and the explanation. It's like, bro, you gotta be professional. This is 100,000 on the line. This is points. This is playoffs. So if you're gonna give somebody a win, we need a detailed, elaborate answer as to why you gave this guy this round, and who you won. We need an explanation. We don't. That other stuff was kind of weird, bro. I don't know who got it. Like what? All right, bro.
So, do you have any potential rematches within the East Coast division, or is everybody that you could possibly face all going to be new guys?
So, in my regular season, starting with City Towers, I have Dre Dennis next.
Time, Dre.
Yeah, damn.
I have Dub the Phenom after that. I've never battled any of those three names ever. As far as people I've battled that's in the tournament period, I just battled Excel, who's in my division, but I'm not battling him in the regular season.
Born.
I've obviously battled Born.
Right.
And as far as any other guys, I battled Ladaze, who's part of the South Division.
City. MC.
Well, who's part of the North Division.
MC.
So those are the four names that's involved in the tournament period, I guess, that I have battled. And as of right now in the regular season, none of them is on my regular. So when we hit the playoffs, possibly there may be a rematch going on in the playoffs. We just got to see how the chips fall as far as that's concerned. Right now, the goal is just to make the playoffs. That's the goal right now.
Well, you're in a good position.
Yeah,
absolutely. But the East Division is the closest spread in the whole season. The highest guy got 145. The lowest guy got 140 right now. So it's still a close game. So I still got to apply pressure and keep my number one spot, or at least keep a top spot, and just stay strong for that playoff position.
Yeah, because right now you got Show Off pulverizing at 140.
Yeah, I think now City Towers is at a 140 as well. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's gonna be rough for whoever faces him next.
Yeah, City Towers versus Rosenberg. I most definitely want to see how that plays out, because that's who City Towers has next. Rosenberg Raw.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
Facts.
That's gonna be crazy.
I like that.
City's about to go crazy. I mean, Rosie's nice too, but I know a pissed off City is deadly.
He gotta be pissed off.
Oh, he went live. Oh my God, City Towers went live like yesterday. Hold on, what's today? But yeah, he went live yesterday after the whole shit went down. That boy was pissed on his live. But I was in tears laughing so hard at him going off. He was going off on the judges. He was like, yo, suck my dick. Who? At that one guy who said, danger, danger, danger. Get his dick out your mouth. You wilding in the fucking
Stacking Towers? Stacking Towers. He did the stack. He did the Stack Almighty.
But he didn't. But I think Stack Almighty did it on the actual King of the Dot.
Yeah, that's the only thing about.
City went on his own live on his own page and did that. You know what I mean?
It wasn't as authentic as Stacks. My fault.
That's the That's the only disadvantage of half the field not getting the judgment up front is you don't get that authentic feel of losing in real time. Like I'm sure City's interview after was like, "Oh, I did great," because he was convinced that he won that battle. So it's interesting to see what the reaction is after the fact, a week later, after letting it simmer and all that. So yeah, that's funny. I'm mad I missed that live. I hope it's still out there.
Yeah, it might still be available on his page if you're friends with him on Facebook, because he did it on Facebook Live. So y'all might want to go check it out. I think he posted it on his page. If you scroll his timeline, that shit is hilarious, man.
I'm definitely going to check that shit out, man.
Please do. He misquoted some of the title of his video, by the way, is like "Find the Lie" or something of that nature, right? Because so to him, even though he felt away, the message he was delivering in his title is this whole video is about to be facts, though. So I go to tune into the video, and the whole video is not facts. Some things were true. He was misquoting my bars and then discrediting them. It was like, bro, that's not even what I said, first of all. So how you going? You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, it was because I understood the bigger picture at the end of the day. That's why I really didn't even argue or comment as I was watching. I took it for what it was. He was mad. He felt the way. So and I know City Towers is probably very competitive, and I know those personality types. So I didn't take it all the way to heart, even though some parts of his video was trying to discredit me. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I took it for what it was. City Towers, that's still my boy, man. I fuck with him.
It's only 5 points, so I mean he's very much still in it.
Oh yeah,
and hungrier than ever now. So
yeah, absolutely. I ain't gonna lie though. Now in battles, there's some people you can lose to, and there's some people you can't. I say that to say, City Towers promotion leading up to the battle, even all the way up to the face-off, I feel like Danja Zone losing, I feel like City Towers was not the guy to lose to. Because had I lost that battle, City Towers would have been online going see that? Y'all was excited for Danja Zone to enter the tournament. Man, fuck him. I smoked him. Get him the fuck out. I feel like it would have been all crazy. You got some humble winners, and you got some guys you just can't let beat you, because if you let them beat you, they're gonna be online and they're gonna relish in that moment for real. They're gonna milk that shit. So
let me tell you how crazy the standings are, right? I'm looking at the North, right?
Facts.
You got Times at 6th place.
He might win all 3 battles and not get in the playoffs.
He may not make it to if the playoffs started today, he would be cut off. He wouldn't make it's the top 4.
Crazy. Wow.
And he's battled twice already.
He's battled twice. Shotty P's ahead of him, and he beat Shotty P.
You should have got something like an additional 10 points per win or something on top of your final judges score. They should have worked something like that factored wins in more. I seen Mad Flex talking about it on one of the posts, and he was like pointing out that like if somebody's going through something and doesn't show up for all 3 battles, whoever battles them is going to get a great score because they got a half-ass opponent versus somebody who had to battle 3 killers and have it come down to a 1 or 2 point difference. He was saying that like in defense of Times, and the fact that Times can win 3 battles, but his score's not that great because he had a dog fight with Shotty. So it was a close battle. And the Frenchie battle was a close score. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So like he was saying that they should there should have been more emphasis on winning with an additional point. And I agreed with that thought.
It's a double-edged sword because I think they want to give an incentive to people to just try hard regardless. You stay in it. Because they don't want people to kind of phone it in after first.
I don't think if you give it an extra 5 points or something for winning, I think that's mitigatable. That still encourages people to go crazy to try and make sure they're getting a top score and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just felt them. I mean, there are situations, things going on and stuff, or certain people aren't on other people's level, whatever the case may be. In certain scenarios, certain people have easier paths to 148, 149, 150 point totals, and other people will have to fight like pits.
Even though the idea was that everybody was kind of even playing? Like everybody, like was there any like super weak links? And like I feel like the idea was everybody was kind of on the same.
Oh shit! What was that?
Right.
Foster's son, he was involved in a drive-by or something. This shit went black and
I can't.
oh man.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. We hope he's all right.
I would say to what he was asking, it's not that anybody's a weak link. I think every single person is 100% legitimate. But, you know, like Gage and Bill is a perfect example. Gage is great. Gage is one of my favorite battle rappers, like from the Midwest. But Gage was going through some personal stuff, and he wasn't like all the way focused on the battle at hand. So, you know what I'm saying? Little situations like that skew the scoreboard and create scenarios where somebody like Times wins all 3 battles and still misses the playoffs.
That's crazy.
While Shoddy, who he beat, and Shoddy's my dog, so I'm not like saying he doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs, but he beat Shoddy, and Shoddy could make the playoffs, and he won't. You know what I'm saying? That's a weird scenario to me. If this is gonna be like sports and stuff, like they want it to be, I think they need to iron that out going forward. But
winning has to matter.
It's the first time ever doing something like this, so you know everything's got kinks that's got to work out. I'm sure the NFL and the NBA weren't what they are now, you know, in year 1. So I'm sure they'll get it sorted out long term.
I guess the way you could a quick thought about it is have a play-in for somebody that's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? That didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Just like a play-in part of the tournament.
You good?
Oh yeah, my laptop cut off. I forgot to plug it in.
It sounded like an alarm went off, and it just I ain't know, man. I don't know, man. You might.
So I won't be long-winded again, but I kind of answered your question in saying that no, on the surface, no one's a weak link, but like the scenario with Gage dealing with personal things in the Bill battle and not being all the way there mentally, like focused on it, or a scenario like that, it just creates a skewing to how the final scoreboard tallies.
Yeah, that's true. No, I understand. I mean, one thing about battle rap is that's always going to be a aspect of it, so it's kind of hard to make it. It's definitely something they can adjust in the future after having their
exactly. So what's the next battle, Danja? Who is it again?
Oh, the next battle for me?
Yeah.
I have a 1-round battle here at home. I'm gonna be doing shout out Supernova Battle League against a guy by the name of Dynamite. So we're gonna knock that out Saturday. I'm gonna start promoting that more heavily this week. You know, because obviously I had the other stuff to promo last week. But so yeah, I'm gonna be posting that to my social media and promoting that. You know, getting those guys their money worth, shining light on Dynamite the way, you know, they paid me to basically do. So we're gonna start that. That's the next one. And then after that, we got the Dre Dennis you know, King of the Dot season 1 Dre Dennis matchup. And then we got more. I got iBattle after that. I got and my third round for Dub the Phenom on the King of the Dot season. So we busy as fuck, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dre Dennis,
fucking
that's
robot.
Is that going to be Dre Dennis' first battle, or is that going to be
his first one?
So because Math dropped out, they apparently are supposed to be replacing Math. Now in between that time, I don't know what they have planned. Actually, I don't know. With it being my second battle and his first, it's gonna be weird. I don't know. Matter of fact, probably when I get off here with you guys, I might holler at Lush 1 and seeing what the plan is for that, because it's that Math thing really threw shit off, man.
Yeah, because
I've seen Lush say they got the replacement. They're just waiting on the graphic for the announcement or something like that last night in the talkback group. So
okay, so yeah, as it stands, unless something gets announced where it changes, where they push me and Dre Dennis back so Dre Dennis can battle, I don't know, but we'll see. But as it stands, I'll be battling Dre Dennis, and it'll be his first battle and my second within the season. So we'll see if something changes in between that date, though.
That's going to be a hungry Dre Dennis.
Oh my God!
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm so glad he has multiple bookings as well, though. You know,
that's a given. That's a
He
given.
that got battles a lot. Matter of fact, he has the record now. He's like first place for most battles as a battle rapper. You know, but so that's good. That's good.
You probably do a text battle on the way into the joint.
You
Man.
know what I mean? Yeah, that guy's dangerous. So I'm gonna have to definitely go crazy in that battle. I know how Dre Dennis gets. So we here though, man. I gotta get crazy. You know what I mean?
So while you were here in Detroit, did you make it to Coney Island?
There was some people that co-signed my post, and then I
was one of them.
Right, and some people was just like, nah. Like now, honestly, a lot of people were like, "Yo, that shit is good as fuck." It depends on which one you go to, but the one that has the best food is the one where you'll get shot at.
Yeah.
So
you gotta have yellow tape near the facility.
We ended up going to the hibachi. You know what I mean? Shogun and shit like that. So no, I never made it to a Coney Island. Maybe some other time. Maybe, you know, when I'm not in danger of getting.
I think your new alias needs to be the Hibachi Monster.
Yeah, we heard tales about how you.
And you know what's so insane about that is that was my lightest work. That was nothing. When we were walking in there, I told Shotty P that he's the only one I really warned that thing. I was like, yo, I'm about to get in here and get crazy. I was like, anybody who's ever known me or ever went out to eat with me, it's a different situation when you go out to eat with me because I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie, man. Food is one of my drugs. So yeah, I get in there and get crazy. The only person who has ever 3-0'd me when it came to that food, Big Cannon, man.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, I went out to eat with Big Cannon. I didn't stand a chance, bro. He 3-0'd me easily, bro. And I thought I was the hibachi monster. I thought I was that. Like, and I am that as long as Big Cannon is not in the room. If he's in the room, and you know what? To his credit, though, that was because Big Cannon has actually lost weight since back then. So actually, the most recent time I went out to eat with Big Cannon, I actually ate more than he did because he dialed back a lot on that shit. But when he was in his prime, him and Miss Gracie. I think Miss Gracie 3-0'd me too.
Did y'all was in Chicago because that's one of the best places.
I went out to eat with them, I think, in Chicago, and I think we was in Milwaukee one time, I want to say. But definitely in Chicago, Milwaukee, whatever. We went all day, man. I was concerned. I'm not even that type of friend where I'll be all up in people's business. But he had so much food. He ordered so much food, I was concerned. This guy we went to this fat place. This guy orders a double bacon cheeseburger. The patties at this place, though, were like nearly a pound per patty.
Oh, it was dope.
So it came with fries, right? He ordered an additional side order of fries with that.
Damn.
Now, your average person who eats a burger and fries, you might put some ketchup on the side or something so you could dip your fries in the ketchup. He had a bowl full of barbecue sauce for dipping. It had to be at least a half a tube of barbecue sauce worked in that bowl, and he killed the whole meal, man.
With a diet though, right?
Man, oh my god!
I said a Diet Coke.
I've seen him treat the soda machine like a convenience store. I've seen him literally go to a soda machine and purchase back to back 6 20-ounce sodas.
Stop.
Any civilized regular human being goes to the soda machine. You purchase one soda, you get your soda, and you get the hell on about your day.
Right.
This guy purchased multiple sodas at the soda machine. A 6-pack of orange soda. You know what? I'm gonna stop because it looks like I'm going in on Big Cannon, and that's not my intent here. But I'm just speaking facts.
We talking food. It's not, you know.
That's a fact. I'm a fat man. I'll tell anyone I'm a fat man, but I'm just telling you, Big Cannon, bro, he's gone to Subway, ordered 2 footlongs, like, for one meal. Yo, he stayed at the house. He's come in town before and kicked it with me and my brother. Yo, we went to the wing spot. This motherfucker don't even order a regular wing meal. You go to a wing spot, they got 10-piece combo. They got like, more wings. You got 5-piece, 10-piece. The hungriest nigga in the room ain't ordering more than a 20-piece wings.
Nah, hell no. That's a lot of fucking.
This guy ordered a party platter of the aluminum. It was the aluminum party platter of wings. So they couldn't even give him the styrofoam thing that you close up. They had to give him the aluminum party platter with the aluminum covering it for a party. But it was just for him.
So if he was first in line, you'd have been like, that's for everybody?
And you know what makes that even more fucked up is the party platter of wings wasn't the little wings. I'm not talking about little.
The whole wings.
He got the whole that you break apart.
Not the wing dings. The whole wings.
A party platter of those.
That's a monster.
All right, bro. I'm just gonna relax, bro. We talking about food.
That is coming soon if he ever hears.
But he's different now. This is all. By the way, to his credit, this is all old stuff. He's different now. He doesn't do these things anymore. I'm glad he doesn't do these things anymore. That boy is crazy.
All that shit just made me hungry.
Man,
I need to eat like that right now,
too, bro. When I get off this shit, I'm gonna find a very great eat move to go do.
No, that's right, man. You were at did you get a chance to see all the battles at RBE this weekend?
Unfortunately, I missed the 1SK outside because I was practicing my shit and I had to make sure I was good. But I heard 6'8" did phenomenal. Shout out 6'8" coming out of Maryland. He did well on the 1SK. I think he got the win clearly, is what I'm hearing. But other than that, yes, I saw every battle at RBE.
What you think of the Will and Clean battle?
I mean, pretty much. And it was pretty much what I thought it would be. Like, Clean Paper is dope in his own way because he's entertaining. He's funny. He can low-key rap, too. Low-key. Like, people don't even be paying attention because his style is so... The way it unearthed is, like, so unique. You're entertained by how funny he is, and you lose sight of the fact that he's actually rapping pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? But Ill Will... Ill Will's always been this way, but definitely now more than ever, Ill Will is a monster, man. He's a fucking monster. So I knew that it would be an entertaining battle, but I was fully confident that Ill Will was going to win that battle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He actually was second place for possible body of the night. Bonnie just got, because at the end of it, they had to do because nobody else got a body or whatever, because the crowd, ARP would ask after every battle, is this a body? They'd be like, yeah or no. The only ones that the crowd said yeah to was Ill Will and Clean Paper and Bonnie and Street Hymns.
I can't believe Bonnie won that, man.
Yeah, at the end of the event, they had to say, yo, make some noise if Bonnie had the bigger body. Make some noise if Ill Will had the bigger body. They made more noise for Bonnie. But I guess the more clear win of the night outside of the Bonnie battle was Ill Will against Clean. He had the second clearest win at the event.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, no discredit to Bonnie, but I would have never thought she'd beat Street Hymns like that. Not like that.
While we on here, we keeping it 1,000 while we on here, right?
For sure.
I think partially Bonnie's body that she caught was partially Street Hymns' fault, more so than when you get in there and you dominate, you just body a nigga. Because your shit was just that dominant and you just bodied them, even though they came through and did what they do. I think part of Bonnie bodying Street Hymns was flaws on Street Hymns' part, which made the battle itself look uglier as far as it being a body. Street Hymns, a lot of his material sometimes, he'll purposely put shit like anime. Some people watch anime, but he'll have these references that don't nobody get. Because he's talking, he welcomes so much the nerd bars and the video games. Like he welcomes that about himself so much that even to the point that he's easier to body because his material is not even. He doesn't, when he sits down to write, he's not so much concerned about making his shit resonate with the crowd. It'll just be like, this is what I like. This is what I'm gonna write. This is what I'm gonna say, and that's what it's gonna be. And I did a double, triple, 8 quadruple entendre, and that's just what happened. And you guys should celebrate me as one of the greatest writers. Like, and it'll just be like, bro, we ain't here for that. I mean, all right, whatever. I'm not, because Street Hymns is my dog. Like I said, y'all be getting me on here talking, but Him's is my dog, but part of that body is because of Street Him's fault.
It's crazy. That's crazy. I would have never guessed that one.
Some of them references and shit he be writing about, it'd be like, bro, they don't get that, man. They don't get that.
You got to be relatable, man. You got to.
Absolutely. Like, you have to give the crowd a shot at getting it. Because sometimes I have references that I'll sit down and I'll be like, I don't know if they fully gonna get that. But it's not because the reference itself is just so far-fetched, or like even if it's from a movie or wherever, it's not like it's a movie that nobody saw, you know what I mean? Or shit that nobody watches. It just might be a fine detail that everybody didn't catch, but it just be crazy, man. It's just crazy. I want to see my mans do better. I want to see him be more coachable and accept certain things and just compromise. Ain't nobody asking him, because some people take that pride, like, you're trying to change me, or this is what I am, this is what I like, and nobody's trying to do that. You just got to compromise a little bit, at least. You want to keep getting booked, don't you? You don't want to keep getting bodied. Ain't nobody going to pay you. I don't, never mind. Shout out to Street Hymns. Shout out to Bonnie Godiva, man. Yes, that's what happened with the Ill Will Clean Paper battle, though. Hey, that was nice, right? Like, I did all that talking, I never forgot what the question was. Never forgot.
I'm with it. So what's the craziest thing you ever had happen or seen at a battle event? This is something I want to start asking all you guys when you come on here.
Okay, so you said, what's the craziest thing I've seen happen at a battle rap event?
Yeah, or, have happened to you or seen happen, just some off the wall shit. Because, I know from traveling and doing this shit that sometimes crazy things can occur.
Battling as long as I have, I'm sure I've witnessed so many. Oh man, I got so many stories, but I'm gonna keep it, short and sweet. All right, so I'll tell one quick. Whoa, man, hold up. Okay, so I've seen so much, man. So I'll say I've seen mentally challenged people battle before.
Oh,
yeah, that's some wild shit.
So I'll even shed light on that. I don't listen. Just to show it ain't cap. Like, I don't be talking just to be talking. So now, technically, when I first got in battle rap, I tried out through Grind Time. So actually, my first battle in the YouTube era was with Grind Time. I was a part of Grind Time DMV division, right? Shortly after that, because I had issues with the guys who ran Grind Time DMV, I started battling at pit fights in Baltimore City, for those who followed me early in my career. Mm-hmm. Shaka Pitts, the host and the owner of Pit Fights Battle League back in the day. One thing about Shaka Pitts is he let anybody who wanted to rock, he's gonna let you rock. He had no, what Luck say, screen the clients. He wasn't really screening the clients. I literally saw a dude in a wheelchair. Now, when I say dude in a wheelchair, I don't mean, because when I said that, y'all probably thought in your mind, a guy sitting in a wheelchair, you see his legs, that's not even what I mean. I mean a guy in a wheelchair with short legs and feet. So he was like in a wheelchair with small feet. So his feet didn't even come off the part where your legs hang down at. And he was fresh. This man in a wheelchair was dead fresh. He had Ken Griffey's on. I'll never forget it. He had the freshest Ken Griffey's I ever seen. That's probably because his feet don't touch the floor. He doesn't have to walk.
Right. So you keep him crispy like that.
Yo, he had the locks. He had his locks in. He had the back was fresh, fitted on, whatever. And what was his name? I want to say his name was Westside Rod. Anything I'm saying, you guys can go. I'm referencing it. You could go look it up on YouTube yourself. Thank God I have a great memory and remember his name. His name was Westside Rod, I believe. I forgot exactly the name of the guy he's battling, but that was the guy in the wheelchair. But the actual story I was going to tell you about the mental, look up. This is also pit fights because Shaka Pitts keeps letting anybody who wants to rock. Look up King Truth. Once again, King Truth and just put King Truth versus and all the because King Truth has multiple. He has multiple pit fight battles on YouTube, bro. Multiple battles, bro.
Oh, no.
And you're gonna watch it, and you're especially since I'm telling you the story now. If you do take the time to just to go check it out, you're gonna be in fucking tears, man. You're gonna be in fucking tears, man. But I have so many stories of wild shit that I've seen in battles, battle rap events. And the list really goes on. I'm 10 years in, so the list really goes on, man. That would have to be a whole different segment dedicated to that topic alone. And I think it would be very entertaining, especially if it was edited. So you can kind of cut to what I'm talking about, then cut back. And so people can watch it and see the shit. Man, that should get stupid views. That should get shared all around.
The first battle rapper, like of significant stature, that writes a book recounting their history and the culture, it's gonna do numbers for real.
Word, man. People don't know, man, what we go through as battle rappers, man. They only see when we on stage, rapping, getting love, whatever. But they don't that behind the scenes shit be real, bro. A lot of shit we deal with internally, a lot of shit, it be real, bro.
I battled in a barn on Saturday, and just so that doesn't sound like some hillbilly shit coming from the white boy, Stewie Newton also battled in that barn.
He said, "I'm gonna let y'all know Stewie was there too." Okay, I wasn't there on my own. I would have named Stewie was there.
I got
that's insane. You guys battled in a barn.
But I mean, it was a lit barn. Let me not undersell this barn. Like, they had put significant work into renovating it and turning it into like more like a hall of some sort and shit. Right. It was very nice, but it was definitely once a barn and still technically probably a barn.
Fire. Wow. Let me know. Yo, link me when that comes out, by the way. Definitely link me. You know what I mean? I want to check that out.
For sure, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What you doing, June? Falling asleep?
No, I'm looking at this something.
King Truth?
I was about to say, I hope he didn't pull it up immediately.
Nah.
That should have views on it, though. I think I feel like because Pit Fights was an early league, like before everybody had a league. Like, been around.
Facts, man. Facts. Pit Fights definitely had a hell of a run when a lot of us was involved. Tay-Rock versus PG Skillet, which was an epic hometown battle. You know what I mean? With PG Skillet being from PG and Rock claiming Baltimore at the time. Just a quick history. DC and PG County, we're like southern Maryland, and DC is right there as well. Baltimore is north. So we always had a tension. So even though we're in the same state, it's like two different states. There was always like a tension between Baltimore and DC /PG. You know what I'm saying? So that battle back then was huge. That was huge for Maryland. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, Daylight, like you said, hit Pit Fights. Lotta Zay hit Pit Fights before. Swave Sever. That's just the name of a few names. There's a lot of people who've touched Pit Fights, and we definitely had a crazy run.
Murder, that's on the UFF or whatever right now. He used to do Pit Fights too, right?
Murder, definitely Pit Fights. He's finally, because he's been battling since.
That's what I'm saying. He's been
battling since like 2009. Like, he's battling before me.
That's crazy.
Murder's been battling literally before me.
M City, right? Didn't he?
He battled M City on Pit Fights, absolutely. So he's been around. So to see him finally, because mind you, he had a proving ground the same year I had my first proving ground. When I battled Cash Eaton, Murder battled that day as well. It just never came out. Murder had to work on certain things and trying to capture the crowd. Even today, to this day, still certain things he need to work on with maybe some slight stumbles and things. But he's always had the raw talent and the potential. So to finally see him on Caffeine, I'm assuming he probably has a URL deal by now. The fact he was in Ultimate Madness, so he's getting something going.
Right.
I said UFF. I'm high as shit.
Murder and Pit Fights.
Glax, you all right over there?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I just be fried, bro. I smoke a lot of weed. Because I drove Danger around while he was out here doing the King of the Dot thing, and each time I pulled up to pick him up, I'd smoke while I waited for him to come out and be ready, and shit. I'd just sit outside and smoke. That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Kane? Kane is out there watching, man. RMG Kane.
Ain't out there. All right.
Oh, we got Danja Zone in here, Kane. We just chopping about everything, man. We got Danja Zone. We don't get guests like this on a regular, so
I appreciate y'all, man.
Just kicking this shit, man.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So, Clax.
What up?
We keep Dangers here. We can talk about your battle this weekend, man.
Yeah, something like.
Something like. What happened?
I did a 1-rounder out there on Raw Talent.
Okay.
Stewie Newton battled Matt Tisdale, was one of the 2 main events, and then Times and Michael Ice as Rex World battled their 2-on-2 team of Gunsmoke as the other main event. So both those battles were really good. Stewie did this thing even that he kind of I don't know, it was new. He's doing this weird thing where he'd go with a joke bar and then a huge haymaker after it. And I hadn't really seen him do it before. And it was really fucking effective. I actually liked it a lot. The 2-on-2 was really entertaining. Both teams were really good. Gunsmoke's going to look great going toe to toe with Times and shit. My battle, everybody's pretty much saying it's a body. A 1-rounder. So, it's hard to really call, but I got busy.
They drop battles fast too.
Yeah, I did my numbers. I feel like I got busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, I just came back, so just trying to get my stature back up out here.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So we're gonna close this thing out. We've been about an hour strong. We try to keep it within an hour, but we had Danja Zone, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you coming on.
Sometimes I get the rambling, man. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you were great, bro.
No.
Tons of history, tons of great stories.
There's a question. Somebody, I think it's Kane. He asked who's Danger battling next. He's battling Dre Dennis. Is that next?
Or Dynamite?
Or is it
Dynamite is technically next. And then after that, as far as on a more high profile kind of situation for the King of the Dot thing, is Dre Dennis after that. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. That's the S1 tournament, KOTD.
Facts.
So we're gonna get up out of here, man. Danger, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Subscribe to our channel, man. We talk about a lot of other things as well.
Hey, get your kill you in real life fucking shirts.
Damn.
The face stack almighty.
He said, damn.
I'm actually not mad at that shirt. That's a fire shirt. I might need to get one of those.
Yeah, bro. It's Stacks merch from the ramp.
Stack Almighty's merch.
Gotta plug the big homies merch.
Yeah,
get with it, man.
Stack, see something about that. I fuck with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a dope shirt, man.
Fire.
So subscribe to ASG Radio. Subscribe to Hank Nation on YouTube. Foster.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Foster Child, Team U, ASG, Armageddon Reloaded next week. I'll be hosting. So that's A Ward and Fines and a few other local Ohio battles. So definitely tune in to that. And yeah.
Nims.
Yeah.
The new age Nims. I'm trying to be a spiritual successor. You know what it is. Clax Valley. Thank you to the homie Danger for coming on and being a great fucking guest. Appreciate it.
Already.
Hit the subscribe button, you filthy fucking animals.
Danger, take us out of here, man.
Yo, it's your boy Danja Zone, off with his head. Where your bars at, man? At Danja Zone 16 on everything. Fuck with your boy, man. We still here, man.
Good
yes,
shit,
sir.
man.